Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this week's video. It feels like it's been a little while, maybe a week and a half. I had my birthday and then I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to take some time out. Well, actually, I needed to because Amari Me is just doing amazing at the moment. I just want to say quickly, thank you so much to so many of you who are investing your time and money into Amari Me. It really warms my heart. Thank you so much for all of your comments about how you're loving the products and all of that jazz. Okay, right, you haven't come in because of that. Let's get straight into the video because you want to know what I have, discovered from a new thing. Because you've seen in the title that I'm going to be putting together a little DIY for basically an ingredient that I've been sleeping on for way too long. Trust me, this stuff is fantastic. Stick around and you might know a little bit about it, okay? So first of all, I come to you with hair that is already washed yesterday, detangled, and it's been deep conditioned. I've moisturised it, I've fluffed it up, and this is the next day, and my hair is still very voluminous, and I really didn't need to pick it out because it was already bushy. Okay, but because I knew I was going to shoot this video today, I didn't put any gel in my hair to kind of add some more definition to my curl and kind of seal in my styling products. Mel, get on with it, you're thinking. Tell us, what are you going to put in your hair? Last year I was told about it by one of my online friends. He recommended that I use CMOS. You put it in your hair and your hair was amazing. Blah, blah, blah. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to do my research. I did my research and then I slept on it. And then recently we were just going through some more formulations for Amari Me and I was looking up thickening agents and I came across Irish CMOS. That's right, Irish CMOS. CMOS. You know, the thing that's, in that scraggy thing with the, leaves like that. It's amazing. Let me tell you a little bit about this because once you find out a little bit more about its benefits, you are going to be running to Amazon and wanting that package to come on Prime. So just before I give you a little DIY and show you how I put the gel together, etc, etc, I must tell you a little about it. I made some notes. So I'm just going to do my best to read it all out, okay? So this is really for those of you who are unaware or do not know anything about CMOS. Now, our human body is made up of about 102 nutrients. Well, CMOS contains a whopping 92 of those minerals. Now, not only that, CMOS also carries a wealth amount of other nutrients, which is like vitamin B, pectin, I don't know what that is. I saw it on, Google. It sounds good anyway. Protein, beta carotene, and vitamin C, and of course, it has sulfur containing in it. Now, one of the most important nutrient is a sulfur-containing amino acid called I've forgotten. Hang on a minute. Let's just have a look. We can put. We can do it this way. Taurine. Taurine. I don't want to get it wrong, okay? And have you in the comments telling me, you don't say it like that. So taurine is an amino acid which is abundant in Irish CMOS. Irish CMOS has got a ridiculous amount of slip. It's so moisturising. It condition your hair, give an incredible amount of shine. So Irish CMOS has got so many nutrients in it, so many beneficial ingredients that will help your scalp. And it also fortifies the fibres of your hair strands, which basically means it's going to help your hair grow. Now you have heard of honey. Did you think I was going to sleep on that for long? That is going in my hair today. And so I was kind of thinking to myself, if it's going to do that much for my hair, not just this part of the hair, my scalp, that skin. So let me know down in the comments if you're interested to see me put this on and use it as a skin mask, because I've seen some great reviews about how it's conditioned their skin, how it's changed. It's great for eczema, any skin issues, dryness, antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory, it conditions the skin, it gives moisture. I mean, it's great for wrinkles. I will do it. If I get enough of you saying, Mel, please do the video on for skin for the CMOS, I will do that video for you. But if there's got to be enough of you, then I'll do it, okay? So right now I'm just going to show you how I prepared the CMOS It's a process, trust me. It will put you off because it's long. Anyway, let's roll the film, okay? So sea moss, commonly known as seaweed, is dirty. It has the ocean in, it's got seawater in there. There's lots of different sea creatures, little insects or sea insects and bugs and all kinds of gooey nastiness tucked up amongst the seaweed. You really do need to wash it and keep washing it. This is no joke, trust me. This is a real process and it takes time, which you really do need to do. Don't skip this one. This step must be done. When you buy your sea moss, it comes in a dried form. You have to leave it in water, maybe with lime or lemon, just lying there for at least 8 hours. It will swell to at least 4 times its size. Now, I'm just cutting off all of the bits that I don't really like, that looks a bit disgusting. And I'm really just checking it over just to make sure that there aren't any more bits of sand or sea creatures tucked up lying around the sea moss or seaweed. So the next step, after cutting all of those bits off, I went ahead and washed it for about 3 or 4 times over and over again, because believe it or not, there were still little bits of sand and sea creatures still clinging onto the sea moss. Oh my goodness. Trust me, it is a really long process. But once I was done and completely satisfied, I then went ahead and started to fill up this container to begin the mixing process, because I'm going to blend this baby. So I'm adding some spring water right now. I'm just eyeballing it to the consistency I'm kind of thinking I want. You can add distilled water if you like, or if you would prefer a really thick consistency, you needn't use any water whatsoever, but bearing in mind it's going to be really, really thick. So the blending process also takes time. This is after a minute and you can see those little bits there. It's still chopping it up and it does take a little while. I just kept blending it for about maybe 3 minutes before I started to see the consistency really nice and creamy and really smooth. So you can see here that the Irish sea moss is really nicely blended up after about 3.5 minutes, and it's quite loose in texture at the moment. But Irish sea moss is carrageenan extract, and so it serves as a thickening agent, and you're going to see a bit later on how solid this becomes when it's cooled down. So this is what you get after leaving it in the fridge for a couple of hours. It's nice and solid. It's still soft to the touch, but it's still like a gel-like consistency. However, I did do a little patch test to see what it was like on my hair and found that it left some bits of the sea moss in my hair. It wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. So I thought I would try another way of preparing the sea moss. I needed it to be smooth, you see. I don't want any bits in my hair. So I prepared it exactly the same way as I did before, with washing it, cutting it off, and then I placed it in a saucepan and covered it with some spring water. So literally all I do is bring it to the boil. The moment it starts to boil, I turn it down immediately and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. So once it's finished cooking and simmered, it already melts down into some kind of gel-like consistency. I put it through the blender for about 2 minutes and it's so much easier to blend. And this is the consistency I got. It does get much thicker and very, very solid, but look at the slip on that. That looks so moisturizing. So as you saw there, I prepared the sea moss 2 different ways. So I'm going to be using this right now. but I'm going to be just pouring a little bit in here because this goes straight in the fridge, and I'm going to be keeping it in the fridge, and I don't want to keep contaminating it by putting my hands into it, okay? So I've seen in a number of videos people kind of putting their essential oils and mixing it with, I don't know, shea butter or coconut oil or aloe vera butter and avocado oil and all of that stuff, but I'm just going to just use it on its own because I want to see if it's as good as flax seeds. Okay, so I'm going to be putting in, probably use this much. Okay, so I'm just going to do what I always do. So I'm just going to take some like this. I think less is more with this. You don't really need it to be so much. Okay, so let's put a little bit more on. What I want to see is if it defines the curls. I don't think it's defining my curls. Okay, that's not bad. I wonder if it's going to make my hair shrink as well. So far, that's kind of good. Let's get that to curl as well. Alright, so I'm going to try it again. I'm using about this much. Get a bit on my scalp as well. Get it all on there. Oh. Man, it better shine, man. It better shine. Although sea moss doesn't claim to be a curl definer, it's more about the benefits you get from it out of its nutrients and its shine and condition. Yep, loving that. So I'm going to come back when it's kind of almost done, okay? Now, I did this particular lot here before I did the last section, which is my fringe. And I wanted to leave this just to show you that I put the sea moss on this, and it's not really curling. It looks, my curls look really tired. They look so tired. So with the sea moss, you really do need to give it some scrunch or do something like finger coil to really get the curls going. You need to scrunch it, otherwise it will dry straight. Yeah, so that is it. I'm going to let this air dry. I'm not going to use the cool setting on a hairdryer at all. I'm just going to let this dry, and then I will come back to show you exactly what it looks like. So my hair is completely dried. It's very flat, but I've got to show you. Look, the hair. It looks good. Very pleased with that. Very pleased, very pleased. Now, a few things I will say about it. It has left a crispy cast, just like the flaxseed gel. The flaxseed gel gives me a better definition because I don't have to work the curls in when I apply it. With this one, as you saw, I have to really work the curls in, otherwise it would just dry straight. It feels so moisturized. I mean, it's definitely conditioning because my hair feels incredibly moisturized, like really moisturized. One of the things that it says it does is it conditions and it shines. The hair doesn't look dull, you know. There's moisturization. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take Mr. Pick. I'm just going to pick out my hair and see what it does. Maybe it might, you know, maybe I need to break the cast as well. Okay, so this is it for now. I've picked it out a little bit. I realised that some of the parts are actually still damp, so I don't want to go too crazy. I might just get my hair frizzy and defeat the object. So far, I'm actually really happy about it because the cast has been broken and my hair still looks shiny. Look, it's got some shine to it. There's no frizz cast with my hair. There's no signs of frizz. Also, another thing to note is sea moss does not smell. It has no scent to it. Or maybe just a slight sea smell, but it's not fishy. But when you smell it, you'll know what I mean. So guys, let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear back from you guys. Who has tried Irish sea moss for your hair? Have you done the gel and found it really beneficial? Let us know, because we all of us in this community, right, we want to know. Or have you not even tried it before? Have you thought, not trying that, not another one.
Rice water, onion juice, coffee grains.
And now sea moss. Yeah, I know, it's like another one. But let me just clarify this now. Rice water is still my number one, okay? This sea moss comes very, very close for conditioning my hair. Very close. Okay guys, I cannot stop touching my hair because I haven't had my hair down for a little while now because of this month's challenge. How are you all going with this challenge? Did you see my last live? My last live, I'll link it here for you guys to watch through. On my first week, I gained a centimetre in growth, which was phenomenal. That's half an inch. Always sounds better like that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Really, really appreciate it. I want to say a huge thank you to my online friends. You guys, you are the best. Thank you so much for all of your conversations that I have with you guys. You are my online friends for sure, honey. And for those of you who are still wondering whether to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Just subscribe. Okay, I'm going now guys. I will see you again in my next video. You take care and God bless you. Bye.